morning and welcome back to Roski's Travel. This is kind of a different video for me. We aren't traveling anywhere right now. We're actually just at home, and I thought I would show you as I was whipping together this meal just one way that we do things to try to save money so that we can afford to travel. And one of the things that I really am conscious of is not wasting food. So today I'm going to make a dish with just a little bit of leftover foods that I have. So I thought I would share that with you. I'm going to make a chicken stir fry. And I'm making this specifically because I just had like a little bit of a lot of different ingredients. I have just one chicken breast, and I need some carrots. So I always keep carrots frozen in my freezer because I grow carrots in my garden, and then I process them, I get them ready as soon as I pull them out of the garden, and I freeze them. So I have lots of carrots. And then I also, if we ever get buffalo wings, sometimes we'll get carry-out buffalo wings from a local restaurant, and they always come with a side of celery and carrots that we really maybe eat one or two of at the time, and then I freeze the leftovers. I just throw them in a Ziploc bag and freeze them, and they're perfect to use for when I'm making soups or stews. I need an onion, and I do have onion. I grow that in my garden and do the same thing. I chop that up and freeze that. I need a cup of baby peas, which I just had a bag of baby freeze frozen. And then I needed a few scallions, and I had bought scallions for a different recipe earlier in the week, and I had a couple left over. I can also freeze scallions, so I'll freeze the leftovers, and that's pretty much it. And a couple eggs, which we always have eggs. So I will show you some of the things that I do to prep this easy meal. Okay. Bear with me as I'm no food blogger, but I have my cup of peas out of the freezer. The carrots, it said 1 carrot chopped up. This was like 4 baby carrots. Some garlic. It said a whole yellow onion. I did only a half. The other half is here. I will dice this up and then throw this in the freezer to use at another time. And then it said 3 scallions. So I have 3 scallions. I have 1 left over, so I am going to chop this up and freeze this also, because in a dish like this, it doesn't matter that it's not fresh. You'll never know once you saute it up. And then any leftovers from the rind of the onion or pieces of the scallion that you're not going to use, I will either save and put in a chicken stock when I make my homemade chicken stock, or if it's icky looking, I will throw it in my compost bin out in the yard. So now I just have to chop up my chicken. Oh, and this was the whole thing that started the recipe. I have a little bit of white rice left over from a meal earlier in the week, so I'm going to use this rice for the fried rice. So I'm going to start frying this rice and then dice up my chicken. Place about a tablespoon of oil in the pan over medium heat. Fry up the rice for a few minutes. Alright, so the recipe says just to fry up the rice a little bit. So that's what I did. Then put the rice on a plate to cool. Then add your chicken to the pan and cook up your chicken. I like recipes like this, soups, stews, because I find that I can use a lot less meat and it goes a lot farther. If you take 1 chicken breast and you shred it and cook it in a crock pot with like a little salsa and then shred it, I can make tons of chicken quesadillas or chicken tacos, or put it on a salad and make a taco salad. But if I just were to bread or marinate the chicken breast and serve that on a plate, each person would need their own chicken breast. So this is one way to really stretch your food dollar, is to dice it up and add it to things instead of making it the main event on your plate. All right, and now that the chicken's cooked, I'm gonna move it to a plate and chop it up a little smaller. I'm actually gonna use this to chop it up into smaller pieces. Okay, so now the chicken is chopped up even into smaller pieces, and I'm gonna start cooking up the vegetables. The onions and scallions. Add your carrots. Add the garlic. Then add the peas in. Hi, this is Kelly from the future. I was editing and noticed that I am missing a chunk of video. I recall that my phone rang during the video process, and when that happened, it stopped filming. My kid's upstairs laughing. Anyway, after you saute up all the vegetables, add back in the rice, add back in the cooked chicken, stir it all together, and that's where the video picks back up. Add in 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Once all the vegetables and seasoning are incorporated, move all of the food to the side of the pan, leaving room to add 2 eggs to scramble. It's actually made a whole lot more. We ate 3 portions of it before I realized this morning that that video from yesterday was gone. So this is me actually reenacting it today for you. Once the egg is scrambled, just mix it all together and you have a large dinner that you can feed multiple people with. Like I said, 3 people ate some yesterday for lunch, and then this was what was left over this morning, and then I just added a little bit more egg to show you how it's done today. So hopefully you learned a thing or two and can find ways in your kitchen to stretch just a small amount of food and make it go further. So until next time, ciao for now.